the Seahawks are doing that Seahawks thing where they keep getting better and better. They keep puncturing people's lungs. Everybody is crying after they play them. Even when they only score 5 points, you're like, I just really would not want to see that team in the playoffs.
Right.
Are you seeing the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, or is this the Seahawks team that just doesn't have enough going on the offensive side of the ball?
It's tough because the Seahawks do this thing where, like, for instance, they beat the Bills, Patriots at Patriots, and then who'd they beat? The Eagles, and then they lose this clunker to the Bucs. It's just sometimes you don't know what you're going to get from them, but generally speaking, the Seahawks get better as the year goes on. And when they get healthy, when they get Mike Bennett back, when they get Earl Thomas back, they're going to be really, really tough on defense. Like, they are the team, I think, right now that can stop the Cowboys. And so if they get to that point, to the NFC Championship, I think they have a pretty good chance.
There's always a playoff game. Sometimes it's a championship game, but usually it's a little bit earlier in the play, like a divisional game, where the game starts and you're just like, oh no, they were not ready for this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where it's just like sometimes I remember that there was a Ravens-Patriots game where like Brady just got blitzed out of his mind, and it was like, man, they just did not have it to get together today. That's kind of what I am seeing for a Seahawks-Cowboys game, where it's just like, oh, you guys thought this was going to be fun. It's not going to be fun.
And I can't wait to watch that game if it happens. I mean, and that's exactly right. I think that if you're Seattle, you've been the best defense in the league for 5 years. You are a contender. You're the class of the league. You go into Dallas for that game, there's
nobody believes
feeling.
in you. Everybody wants the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Oh, the chip on the shoulder is going to be added.
And I love that. And I think if you're Earl Thomas or Cam Chancellor, you got to be thinking, we're the Seahawks. Like, I think they need to understand what's about to happen.
I think they're going to need to move the stands back a little bit if Dez and Richard Sherman are actually matched up against each other.
See, the thing, they've had some good matchups in the past years, and that would be awesome. The other thing is, do you guys remember in the preseason, I think it was the first time that Elliott got on the field. It was against the Seahawks in the preseason, and that was the best preseason game I've ever seen, honestly. Elliott and Cam Chancellor were jawing at each other. Elliott was like showing no fear, it was just great. Like,
I'm so excited. I want this to happen tomorrow.
100%.
Why play the rest of the season?
I'm going to be so mad if this doesn't happen.
Let's just do a best of 7 between those two.